Hello, hello. Welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
Not Matt.
On this episode, we're going to be talking about Glenmorangie and their Duthac. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Click that notification bell. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. Matt, do you have a better? I don't know. Maybe.
My guess is, I don't know. Glenmorangie Duthac. We don't know. We don't speak Gaelic, and we also don't really care.
Show it to me again.
It's a beautiful bottle, though. This is a travel retail only, and our buddy Pete brought this back from us. Thank you very much, Pete. Bringing it back from the UK. So this beautiful bottle. Always love the Glenmorangie in general. So, all right. So this is a special legend series with especially made for King James IV, who died, 500 years ago. But hey, that's cool. All right. So this is 43%. It's first fill bourbon, then partly finished in Pedro Ximenez and virgin oak cask to celebrate the two sides of the king's personality. It's made to celebrate the annual pilgrimage to Tain that he took every year into St. Duthac's Cathedral, or chapel actually. Before he had any major decisions to make, before a battle, he would make this pilgrimage all the time up to Tain to do it. So they had the King's Road he would take to see it. So they say it's a whiskey fit for a king. That's at least what the bottle says. So St. Duthac, he is buried here. He's the patron saint of Tain, born in 1000. He died in 1065, so it was a long-ass time ago. But he did a lot of great things, and he's a saint, so he performed miracles in the Middle Ages, so great job. He was also at his chapel. Was captured Robert the Bruce, his wife, his daughter, and his sisters, so kind of a famous place. And in fact, during a warring of two clans of the MacKays and the Rosses, they burned it to the ground, so great job, guys. And so during that time, now the runes are still there, and actually they found his body was still there, still intact, non-decayed, his St. Duthac's body that was at the chapel. That's pretty well. And I guess there's a bunch of relics with it. Well, apparently after the Reformation around, let's say, 1560, the relics disappeared, so some asshole stole them. Great job, asshole. All right, so he was also a great so the king himself was a great diplomat. He died in the battle at 1513 after going to the city. He had really bad feelings going to the chapel, and unfortunately, the coming battle, he was always led his armies. He's the front of the battle, from the first people into it. He was killed in that battle right after in 1513. So here's the King James of the Scots, and a good Catholic at that. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
All right, let's see what we think of this travel retail only whiskey. And I think on the internet it said 60 to 70 euros, so it's about $100. And this is a liter bottle, so it's a nice big one. All right, milk chocolate.
You get that Glenmorangie orange stamp.
Yeah,
on the nose as well. I agree. Milk chocolate.
Like that's maybe the chocolatiest, besides maybe Signet, which we haven't reviewed yet, but at some point. Malt, wafer, nougat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a marzipan. It's like a freaking chocolate bar.
Yeah, there's a lot of different cocoa notes on this.
Flower. It's really floral, but it's also got this clean, crisp, cherry vanilla, brown. This is like a beautiful sunny day up in the Highlands. I can see you being at Tain and drinking this in front of the chapel there. I think with St. Duthac, I think that he would like that. Some nice custard notes, but it's also got this nice salty brine to it as well. Caramel, like I said, we've also got Brazil nuts, ginger, some pear. There's a lot going on in this glass. What's surprising is I'm not getting a lot of that Pedro Ximenez. To me, that's really not coming out in this.
No, normally I expect those big berry notes.
Yeah, I'm not finding that at all.
No.
They're very subdued. Let's see if we can find them. Maybe they're on the palate.
The saltiness is starting to come through on the nose for mine.
Yeah, it's nice and salty. That salty brine, almost like a salted pretzel.
Yeah.
Oh, I could. This would be amazing if like those like salted pretzels with some mustard and some cheese. Be delicious. Soft ones.
I don't disagree. It's very doughy.
Oh yeah, on the taste, that pretzel is totally there. Nice and salty, super salted caramel with pretzel. I think that cheese and that mustard would go in there really well. Salty milk chocolate. Oh, that brine. Some melon, cantaloupe, pears, plantains. Now the fruitage is starting to show. Now you're starting to get those strawberries and raspberries and blueberries. The more that Pedro's, but still not that pounding Pedro you usually get. It's a much more subdued amount.
No, and it's really just a strawberry is all I'm really finding as far as a fruit note goes. It doesn't get into the blueberry, it doesn't get into the raspberry or any of those other notes that I typically get with Pedro. To me, it kind of stops with strawberry. It kind of ramps up towards it, but it just kind of stops and dials down. What's my proof on this? This is
43. It's only 43.
okay.
I will say in the second sip, though, you get way more oily, and that marzipan and the pear and the Brazil nuts, more of a clove and ginger showing up now. Some apricots. We get that lingering like black pepper, some pears. That briny saltiness is what really is the finish on this one. Oh, it's really good.
Yeah,
I like it. I wish the proof was a little bit higher. That's the only thing I'm missing on this. I think if it was a little bit higher in proof, I think it'd be a little bit better.
I agree completely. The finish kind of dies off.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It feels like it's about to ramp up, but instead of ramping up, it just kind of falls off a cliff. I enjoy the flavors on it. I think
definitely.
The price point.
Yeah.
But I
Rachel only, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
it's good, but it's not mind blowing good. I would say.
I want to taste this at 50%.
Yo, dude, I think at 50, I think this would be amazing at 50. Even at 92, I think it'd be better. It's like it's missing a little bit of that heft that I really think it could have. Would be nicer, but hey, it's still good whiskey. Yep. I would not be disappointed if somebody said, "Would you like this?" Of course, the answer is yes. It's a really good whiskey. It could be a better whiskey.
It really could be.
But hey, and I haven't had anything else from the Legend series that I'm aware of, so I don't know what else is in it. I think that Cannibal 15 years that I do have somewhere around here.
I wish we could ask distillers questions like, were you going for simplicity and ease of drinking, or were you going for exploration?
That'd be a great question. It really would be a great question.
Because this to me falls into the easy sipping, very, just down home plate, beautiful Scotch.
Yeah.
There's not any room for exploration in this. It's not nuanced. It's not layered. There's not a great deal of complexity. And it just, I wish I could ask that question.
For real. Well, maybe sometime we'll get the good doctor on here and ask him that question. Whether he'll answer or not, I don't know. But it's good. Yeah, but we'll see. I don't know. He saved Ardbeg, so I can't really say anything bad about that. So, Hey, and to be honest, he also is responsible for this entire industry of all these fancy casks.
Yeah,
he's going to basically do this again. So I think Dr. Bill's done quite the hell of a job in general.
Yeah, and reviving that action. I agree.
So good job.
Well, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for us and click that notification bell. And until next time, keep on crusading for better whiskey in your glass. Cheers.
Oh, thanks, Pete, again.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Pete. We could call it, we could go with Glenmorangie The Duthac. On this episode, we're going to be reviewing, Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Oh, no, that's not the right order either.
It's all good.
On this episode of the Whiskey Crusaders, we're going to be